Hi, welcome to Delicious Cooking. I'm MJ and I'll be your host for today's cooking recipe. In our show, we take ideas about ways to improve your health and turn it into delicious food. Today's recipe is inspired by a question we received from Sarah in Omaha, Nebraska. Sarah says, I've heard about the double burner method, but I'm still confused on how it's done. Can you help? That is a great question, Sarah, and yes, I can help. For those of you who are not familiar with this technique, the double burner method is a way to cook carbohydrates, specifically rice, so that the resulting rice has less sugar. That is really good for somebody whose body has trouble processing sugar. And today, we're using basmati rice, which starts out with a lower sugar level. So you combine that with the double burner method, and it is an ideal side dish for anybody whose body has trouble processing sugar. Don't worry, we're not just having rice for dinner. We're going to combine it with a yummy stir fry. Actually, that's making me hungry. Let's get started. Okay, and you see we have all of our vegetables and some of our seasoning in this one place. We're starting off with green peppers, green bell peppers sliced. It's about a half a cup. We're using half a cup of yellow onions, also sliced. You could use white onions if you have them in the house, but yellow onions are a great utility player. We're also using about a quarter cup of red bell pepper. And the reason we're using more green than red, because green bell peppers have nutrients that are more easily absorbed by the body. And we're also using a half a cup of chopped frozen broccoli. If you had asparagus, you could use that. Our seasoning, our primary seasoning, is going to be ginger, and this is fresh ginger. It's also called ginger root. That's because it looks like a tree root. Ginger has wonderful medicinal properties. Great for uneasy stomach. It has great properties to help with cold symptoms. We're also, of course, going to be using salt and pepper, our mainstays in our kitchen. And for our frying, we're going to be using canola oil. Just 2 to 3 tablespoons, very small amount over high heat. Why are we using canola oil and not olive oil or another vegetable oil? Canola oil is chock full of omega-3 fatty acids, and those are good for the heart. This is going to be a wonderful stir fry. Let's get going. You see it's all got the grit in there, so let's give it a rinse. Carefully. Okay, and we're going to rinse it again. About 3 times should do it. Okay, you see our rice is boiling? We're not going to let it cook all the way down. What we're going to do is drain that, because the water that's in that rice right now contains its natural sugars. That's how we're going to minimize the sugars. We're going to drain that, and we're going to use the boiling water in the second pot to fully cook our rice. Okay, as you see, we've added the second pot of the boiling water. So now we're going to let this finish cooking. Okay, it's a stir fry, and we are using canola oil and just 2 to 3 tablespoons, which really isn't a lot. Green peppers first, and our onions. Excellent, excellent. Oh, they're going to smell so good. Get our broccoli in here. Get our red pepper in there. Join the party, boys. I'm going to let that cook down for just a minute. We're going to stir this because it is a stir fry, and this does happen pretty quickly. Let's get our ginger in here. So you see, we're going to grate a little bit of ginger on here. As you can see, our veggies are starting to get a little soft. Our onions are starting to get a little translucent. Now it's time for our finishing touch, and that would be our gravy. So I have a packet of instant gravy. I just put a little bit of water in there, and we're going to turn the heat up just a tiny bit, and we're going to add our gravy and get rolling. Just a little bit, not a lot. All right, we are ready to roll. Our rice is done, our stir fry is done. Let's get ready to plate. This smells yummy. And look at the pretty colors. So don't forget, optimal health is within our reach. I know the double burner method sounded difficult, but you saw how easy it was. And now you've reduced the amount of sugars and you have an amazing, good dish. I'd like to thank Sarah for her question and thank you for watching. And we are cooking not just for today, we're cooking for life. I'll see you next time. Bye.